Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Hearts of 4 as we are playing as the French Commune. So the first thing we're going to be doing in today's episode is messing with the tank designer. So we need to get those new radios on there. I forgot to do that last episode. And then we also, I'm seeing the reliability is kind of low here. It's 64%. It feels like it could be much better. So let's go with the wet ammunition storage. It will increase the production cost some. I think it'll be useful so we won't lose as much equipment. So I think this is fine here. We got the max speed where we want it, so let's go ahead and save that. And then we're going to want to change this production line out so it starts building these instead. There's a little bit of efficiency, but that's okay. The other thing we need to do is just go ahead and take this here tank model. I don't know if that's the best way to do it. I assume this would be the best way to do it rather than using one of the base models. I think we have to make too many adjustments there. You know, if we just want to make sure we're saving experience here. And then we're going to go ahead and get the close support gun, and we're going to turn this into an artillery, a self-propelled artillery. And so our goal here is not so much production cost, but to have the best soft attack and breakthrough that we can get. So we're willing to pay a little bit more production cost because there's not going to be as many of these in the actual divisions. So we're going to go ahead and change them over to the 3-man turret. The radio is already good to go. And I think we will have to make an adjustment here because I'd like to get the soft attack even higher. So let's go with the heavy machine gun. I think that'd be the best way to go. It's not giving you as much soft attack. Maybe you might want to go with this one then, though it does reduce your speed here and your reliability by 10% compared to the 5%. Yeah, I think we'll just go with the heavy machine gun then. And production cost is double as well, so we'll just go with the heavy machine gun here. So we need a name for these guys. Post that down in the comments below. We can't increase the speed any higher, so that unfortunately will result in this being slowed down. So what we might want to do is go ahead and just tick down the armor some. Yeah, to get the max speed up, and armor is not as important for a self-propelled artillery. So we'll just go with the 2 armor and the 14 for the engine so that we can have the max speed where we want it at. Alright, so I think this looks good. Production cost isn't that much higher than the production cost for the tanks. But we're increasing soft attack by 5.5. We're actually losing a bit of breakthrough because of the armor reduction. So that's unfortunate. Also lost some armor. But heavy attack and soft attack are going up. And reliability is slightly higher, using less supply as well. It's slightly slower, but that's the same speed as motorized, so it's probably fine. Yeah, unfortunately we are losing some stats over here. I almost want to give up the reliability to go ahead and increase the stats a bit further. Because yeah, I'm not really liking how it looks right now. So maybe changing up to the additional machine guns again, or coming over here and getting the smoke launchers for the 1 breakthrough. Another option would be the extra ammunition storage. That gives you 2 breakthrough. But one problem with that is that we're going to go all the way down to 57% reliability. So a pretty large drop in reliability. So I think we're just going to go with the extra soft attacks. That's really what these are for. So yeah, let's go and go with that, guys. And also increase defense up. Yeah, I think this looks good. We're still losing a little bit of breakthrough, and that's from the armor. And there's not much I can do about that because of the lack of engines here that we have. But the soft attack's going up by 7.8. Hard attack's going up by a little bit as well. So I think this is good. It'll really help us with soft attack. So let's go ahead and save this. And then we're going to go ahead and get these building. Yeah, we'll go ahead and put a couple factories into these. We'll have to pull from something. I think we're pretty much good on all this here. I really don't want to pull from it. I already pulled from the trucks. So I guess we'll pull from tanks and put these into here. And any new factories you get would also go into the improved light self-propelled artillery. We can go and add those to our division designs now. Alright, so let's go and add another line of the motorized infantry. We'll also fill this up with tanks here. And then this will be where we put those light self-propelled. We'll just get 2. I think that's probably good. And then let's put some more light tanks on there. We're trying to get up to 30 combat width here. So we could do 1 more line of the light tanks, I suppose. Yeah, let's do 1 more light tank. We'll put it over here. So that looks pretty solid. We're drastically increasing the soft attack. Hard attack's going up by a lot too. When you think about the fact that it was only like 24 before. A lot more breakthrough. And overall, I think this is an alright light tank design. We are going to go with the 30 combat width, so that it'll fit well on the planes. And I think that's good to go. I don't know if we have anything here. We have the field hospitals, so go ahead and get those added. And I think that's going to be it. Yeah, because we don't have the anti-tanks. I'm considering adding anti-air over here, though. So yeah, maybe we'll do that. But let's just leave this as is for now, since we don't really have any anti-air built yet. So let's go and save that. And then what we're going to want to do is change all motorized divisions over to the tank model. So this is going to result in us needing a lot more manpower. And you can see all the equipment's we're going to need more of all of it. That's okay. Let's go and change all these up as well. I know that these guys are currently in battle, but there's really not that many adjustments, so it shouldn't be too damaging to them. It might impact some of these attacks, but you know, we're going to win this war anyway, so not really too concerned about it, guys. So with the ships, I went ahead and sent more ships over to Asia, anticipating that Japan will eventually declare war on us probably fairly soon. So we've got this fleet going over there for the invasion support, so they're going to be doing the invasion support here. Then we have this fleet here that I used to have over here. We've got them here, and they're also going to be using that new battle cruiser that we just constructed. It's not as good as our battleships. Of course, it's faster, but just as far as other raw combat stats, it's not as good as the battleships, so we'll leave those in here. And they'll have the battle cruiser with the 4 heavy cruisers, and then I took 1 heavy cruiser out and moved them over here, so they'll have a total of 3 heavy cruisers. The other thing I wanted to do here was build up the port, since it's just level 4. We're going to build that all the way up to level 5, guys. Alright, so I think we're good to go. I suppose we can make more adjustments to our division designs. I know we need to get the field hospitals over here. As far as other things to get, I could see doing the support artillery. Yeah, I think we'll do the support artillery here. That makes sense. And maybe the anti-air. Let's just save this for now. That's a lot of adjustments. We're going to have a severe need for infantry equipment. And I suppose we can also go ahead and add in those tanks. Those light tanks into here. And then we want to make sure that they're using only the garrison ones. That is all. Alright, so let's go ahead and add... We'll just do 1 for now. Because this is going to require 60. And I think we only have like 150 in the stockpile. So this is going to result in a shortage. But let's go and save that. So those tanks can start making it to the garrisons and helping us out there. Over here, I don't know, we might increase the combat width here. I can see that being useful. Also adding field hospitals could be useful too, just to try and save some of the manpower. Yeah, maybe going up to 20 combat width for these guys. I guess we won't have the manpower, so let's just leave it as is for now. Because most of our manpower is going to be depleted with those adjustments we just made. So yeah, let's go ahead and do some attacks here. Get these guys defeated. It's not going to be long before Poland, Romania completely capitulates. Just looking for other attacks we can do over here. Not really seeing anything. Remember, we're going to be invading the Dutch in September. And Luxembourg and Czechoslovakia have both left the faction. Somebody pointed that out in the comments, because they're democratic. So they have both left the faction, and therefore we can declare war on those, and we will. We'll want to attack Luxembourg, and, well, I don't know about Czechoslovakia. I mean, if we don't, then you have another neutral country here like Switzerland that'd be completely surrounded by our faction. It makes sense to either convert them to communist or to declare war on them. And just attack them and force them to become communist. So we could do either of those, honestly. See our manpower be depleted with those adjustments we just made. And let's just go and advance this way. A lot of troops kind of sitting around here not doing anything, so let's go and help out. We'll move these guys. Don't need them over here. And same thing with here. You can attack there, but most of these can just go ahead and move up to this front. And we'll go and extend it as well, so it'll help us out over here. Alright, excellent. So Poland, Romania, I think, is on the verge of capitulating. There we go. So you got a couple troops here that weren't there, so you gotta destroy. And then we can start invading the Baltic states. So let's go ahead and create a border that wraps all the way around here. We'll just invade from... You know what? We're just going to invade from German territory. And then maybe, like, force them to grant us some of this. Now, some of this they wouldn't give us. Yeah, you know what? Actually, I think all this is their territory here. So they wouldn't give us any of this. But any other territory that we take, we can force them to give us. So all this here. So we'll just attack from their territory. So let's go and put all the troops up here. Though this will be probably more than we can supply. Let's go and bring them up here anyways, though. And then with the tanks here, probably just want to go after the capitals. You can also shoot up along the coast here and go for that capital. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We'll give them both some offensive lines. And yeah, just let our troops move over there. Give it a second for them to get over there. And we can go ahead and change up our conscription laws. Although, we don't have enough war support. So that's unfortunate. I think we're currently increasing war support by reducing the penalty that we're getting from trade convoys being raided. So that'll slowly go up. Yeah, that's unfortunate. If we have to wait too long, then I'll spend the political power. For right now, we'll keep it there because, yeah, I really want to change up conscription laws because, as you can see, we do not have a lot of manpower. Not much manpower at all. Alright, so all of our troops are moving over here. It's taking a little bit of time. Let's have this guy go over this way instead of whatever he was doing. And we'll start pushing the front forward immediately. So let's take him, move this way. All the Red Army tanks will move up along the coast here. It looks like the Soviets just did a naval invasion. Okay. So don't need to go all the way up there. Just go to this one. So that's unfortunate, because I was hoping to get all this into our own possession, but now it's probably going to go into Soviet hands. Maybe if we go like this, and not attack from Soviet territory, we can try and reduce it, but that's also in Soviet hands, so yeah, no matter what, I think you're going to... I guess we can attack from here and here. Nope, you can't even go from that one. So you just have to support from this one to try and get this into German hands instead of Soviet hands. We'll see if we can do it. I mean, obviously this war is not... It's not that important that we win this here. I mean, obviously it's important we win, but it's not important we win now. So there's no reason to rush this, and that still went in Soviet hands. Alright, because they already had the majority of the state there. So basically there's really not a whole lot we can do to try and make sure that we get control of this. Now we can ask for control of some territory, but I don't think they'll grant us anything. Maybe this one? Nope. I don't think they're willing to grant us anything. Perhaps. Yeah, it looks like we can get some possession of some territory over here in Poland. Alright, well, we'll take as much Polish territory as they're willing to give us to kind of justify our support in the conflict, so we can't go that far down. Alright, so it looks like we can get these 3, or these 4 here. Yeah, it's 4. So we'll go with these 4. And so that'll give us occupation of that. Also, they'll give us the military factories and the dockyards there. And we're going to go and make use of those now. Let's see what we need the most with those adjustments. We do need a lot of support artillery. We need a lot of light tanks, though, even more than I think anything else here. So let's go ahead and put into the light tanks then. All right, excellent. We have free dockyards, too. All right, well, we're still very short on the convoys. We also need the submarines. Still attempting to get that heavy ship built. That ship will not be done until January of next year. Manpower incredibly low, unfortunately. Alright, so we're going to try attacking from here. A lot of our units still got to get down here. Alright, so let's make sure we send the tanks up that way so we can get there quickly. I'm just hoping we get there first, and we did not. Alright, so essentially, there's not much we can do here. Let's just take territory then to make sure that we get some participation points. So move the Red Army up over here. And it's unfortunate that it went down this way. They did possess everything. Alright, so we'll just change that up. Let all our units move their locations and just push forward, guys. Let's just go. Push the front forward, take as much territory as we can, and make sure we get the war participation. The Germans are pushing forward as well over here. Let's go and take that location. We'll go up this way too. Cut that one unit off there. Looks like we'll need to give them some support here. Let's take control of this location. Can we get here? No, we gotta go through here first. Alright, so let's just go and attack then. and just get this front moving forward. So we have cut off these units here, so let's go and attack them. And maybe send another unit over here. And push forward here. And again, this should be a nice, easy conflict here. There's really not much standing in our way. And let me just take a look at what all these icons are up here. We got a lot. So we knew about the land doctrines. I'm really tempted to go ahead and just spend that because we're at 18% right now. It's changing my 0.3% per week. Yeah, I really feel like we're just going to have to be stuck with the lower manpower for now since we can't change up the conscription laws, do that low war support. There might be something we can do for war support, but I didn't see anything in here. Yeah, I don't think there's anything in here that'll allow us to increase our war support, unfortunately, because we don't neighbor any of our enemies. So yeah, we don't have that option. So we're just going to have to, unfortunately, have the lower war support. So let's just go and get something else. Maybe a ship designer? Yeah, I think we're going to start focusing a little bit more on our fleet, since we're going to have to battle the British and Japanese navies. So let's go get the Atlantic Fleet Designer. And essentially, once a research slot opens up, I mean, this one needs to go to planes. Maybe this one here. Could put that into radar, though. Perhaps that one, I don't know. One of these that isn't the plane one. We'll go ahead and invest in starting to research some ships, guys. Let's go and take that, though it looks like we've already won here. Yeah, just keep on pushing the front forward as fast as we can. Let's attack from here rather than across the river. And then attack over here. And let's make sure we get there as well. And then this guy can go over here. We got the anti-partisan upgrade. Let's go and get the next one. Trying to help out in Germany. Try and reduce the amount of partisan issues that we have over there. So let's have this guy go over here. And just grab that province from him. Go and take this one as well. And yeah, just basically keep pushing forward in every location here. I'll have these guys grab this, or them, whoever gets there first. So we don't actually want to win that battle yet. Let's get behind them first. And so they're going over that way. Let's go ahead and switch him over to take this location. Again, just want the credit for taking all these provinces. We got the reform the labor laws. Excellent. So that is mostly just penalties, but allows us to continue down here and get that inefficient economy reduced. The negatives we're getting, the factory output and dockyard output, we're reducing those by 10% each. Those penalties that we've been getting. So that's going to be really helpful. So let's go ahead and just do some attacks over here. We're just attacking everything we got. Just remember, trying to get as much credit as we can. And trying to get this war over with so that we can just focus again on what I thought we were going to be able to focus on. And that is improving our supply, or excuse me, our equipment situation. And improving the division designs. Alright, so he needs to finish up the defense there. Once he's done, we'll go ahead and just advance over here towards that victory point. And a lot of these guys can move over this way. This is not necessary having this many troops over here. And we'll go ahead and move this guy as well, and him. Alright, so just a few units over here. Or just one unit, actually. So it should be pretty easy to get him wiped out. Let's go and move all these guys over here. And these two over here. But yeah, such a bummer that the Soviets got control of all this territory. But maybe as we get more war support, they'll be willing to give us more of Poland. We'll try and ask again before the war is over. Now remember, the war won't be ending anytime soon because we have to defeat the Canadians. And I'm not entirely sure how that's going to go down unless we were to lead a naval invasion, which I don't really want to do. I honestly don't want to even go over to North America. We'll see what happens. Latvia just capitulated, and we finished up the research of those fighters. And the reason why I didn't want to start using these for the ships is because we have other stuff to get here, guys. I want to go and get the close support planes next. And let's go ahead and update the fighters. Get the Fighter 2s producing. Got to get at least some version of an Air Force built up. Because the British have been building their Air Force up this entire time without really taking any casualties or anything. I don't think it's be necessary to take all that territory. Yeah, they've just been sitting there building up this entire time. So we don't need to go here. We'll go this way. Alright, so let's make sure everybody's assigned to these fronts. Oh, looks like they are. Alright, excellent. So just need to give them some lines here then. Yeah, the British have been building up this whole time, not taking any casualties, not losing any planes in battle. And so they're going to have a very powerful air force that we're not likely going to be able to defeat. But we were going to try and make our air force as powerful as we can make it. I feel like tanks is where all of our factories should go into, since that is what we are shortest on. Oops. Let's go up to 15 there. Yeah, it's clearly what we need the most of right now. I'll take that location. Now, I don't think we're going to help in Finland at all because I think supply will be an issue. So we'll just move our divisions out of here once we finish up here. I know we could get more war support by helping in Finland, but I just think that the supply will be too big of a problem. And also, we're currently bombing in Finland. So the longer they stick in the war, the more points we get for bombing. Currently, we're at 17% of the total war participation. We have 18 points from bombing. Most of our points are from occupation. So, I mean, that number's been going up, but it's still fairly low. So I'd like to get that a lot higher. Let's go and just take all this territory as soon as we get here. Yeah, we'll keep the bombing going, and we'll destroy these units here and take over any territory they have here. We'll see if we can't get there before that Italian division. Yeah, we are getting assistance from both the Germans and the Italians. We'll attack over here. We'll attack with these guys too. Just get that turned green. And I suppose we need divisions to help out over here as well, since all of this does help us get war participation. So just the two units here, really not much of anything left. Let's get them destroyed. And then I suppose we could move more divisions over here. I don't think it'll be necessary though. Maybe a few more into the Purple Army. Take them from the Blue Army and put them over here. Get them up to that full 24 divisions, I suppose. And Estonia just capitulated, so now it's just a matter of wiping out those Finnish troops that are here. Or Livonian troops, whatever. Whoever's here. Get them wiped out. So yeah, it's just this location here now. So let's go and move the Red Army out of here. We're going to move them back to Paris and let them train up. Though I could see putting some into the Green Army here. Maybe like one tank that has the training. But yeah, let's move the rest of them over to here and let them train up. And we want this guy to take the rails. Alright, so we should be good to go there. With these guys, I guess we'll let them finish this up here. Just to get the credit. And then we'll move them out of here. Yeah, not going to help over here. This is just about done anyways. Won't take much longer. Alright, so that's been taken care of. So let's go and get this army out of here. We're going to put them into... Let's see where we might want to move them to. So let's just put them over here in Paris. Might end up extending the supply by a bit too much. I don't think there's any other fronts we need them in. So this is what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and spread them out just a little bit. Let's have them like defending ports or whatever. Not that we need to. Yeah, just defending ports just for now. And then we're going to take some of these divisions out and move them, like the ones with the most experience, and move them over to this Purple Army here. And two of these for now. We'll see how the front looks. I'm a little bit worried about supplies. I don't want to pump too many divisions over there. We're going to train up any divisions that need them over here as well. And then these guys here, you have one division that needs to train, so we'll let them train too. But what we need to do is take a couple of these once they get over here and move them over to Asia, because we don't have very many regular divisions over there. Because I think it would be helpful to send a few more. Also, we have a decision available. So what is this about? Let's just take a look, see what exactly it does here. So it just removes that negative modifier that we're currently getting, which is requiring more of our civilian factories to go to consumer goods. Also decreasing our factory and dockyard output by 10%. But we are getting more stability from it. If we take the decision, then protests descend into violence, so it's a negative. We don't want to do that yet. I don't know if that'll ever get removed through these focuses here. I'm not seeing it anywhere here. That gets rid of the inefficient economy. Yeah, perhaps it doesn't. Yeah, none of the focuses seem to get rid of it, unfortunately. This would be really helpful. More non-core manpower. Yeah, that'd be pretty helpful. Yeah, this can get you a ton of non-core manpower. So that'll really help out in the territory here we got from Germany and Italy. Also, all of our colonial territory. All of that would generate us more manpower, which we desperately need. Manpower is in a pretty bad situation right now. So now we're just going over to speed 5, letting our fleet fight it out, and then continuing bomb Finland. We are actually pretty good on fuel now, so let's go ahead and pull back. Get some of our civilian factories back. You know, we could probably completely pull them all back, which would be helpful since we have less civilian factories. And I think that's it for the bombing, guys. So let's go ahead and take these guys off and go ahead and move them back home. So I won't be able to do the bomb anymore, can't get any more points. If we just look at where we're sitting at, it's 17% on the total war participation. I suppose if we built an airbase here, we would have to defend it though, but if we built an airbase here, then we could bomb Canada. So let's go ahead and do that. Though I guess they would have the fighters to stop us. But yeah, we'll build one airbase there, just kind of see what it looks like. We're not going to accept any lend-lease from our vassals right now. I suppose we could. I mean, autonomy's not too bad. I guess if they offer any more, we'll take it. So we got the anti-partisans, so good to go there. Let's go ahead and go after the interrogation techniques next. But we're going to try and knock out all the ones that we might want. Also, we should take a look and see where all agents are now. So we have one here, one in the Netherlands, one in Britain, and one in Japan. So I think they're all good. Yeah, they're everywhere where we'd want them. I was hoping to get intel high enough here where we could look at the focuses that Japan and Britain are working on, but yeah, it's just not high enough. Can't see what they're working on, unfortunately. We do have more military factories, so let's go and get these assigned. So, I mean, we know that tanks are really the problem here, so let's go all the way up to 20 factories for the tanks there. And you can see we have massive equipment shortages across the board. The only thing we really have plenty of is the infantry equipment. Once we build that up a bit more, perhaps we'll reduce the number of factories we're putting into infantry equipment. Yeah, I really can't make any other adjustments to division designs until we fix the manpower issue. And can't do that until we get that war support up to 20%. So I suppose one benefit of us being in this long-time war with Canada, because remember that's all that needs to be defeated now is Canada, and you know, that's not really an option unless we do a naval invasion, which again I could do, I just don't want to. I just don't want to be fighting over here. Now we have these equipment issues, we'll let the Soviets do it. If they want to invade, they can do it. Now we can do war propaganda against Japan, and I think we will, because I really want to get this war support up higher. I know it's going to cost some political power, but yeah, we need to get war support up higher, guys. I think that's pretty imperative. Also, once we change up our manpower laws, the amount of manpower we get, the mobilization speed, how fast we get that manpower, is going to be based on the current war support, which is, again, really, really low. So Soviets want to offer us lend-lease. We'll accept that, because we need the support equipment. Apparently they have plenty of it. But yeah, we're short just about everything now. We're good on trains. I think I have one factory now going into trains. That's the first train we would have built. But I do think we need them, or will need them, for the future conflicts. So we just finished up the improved artillery upgrade. I was going to go with these anti-air here. However, let's go ahead and devote one slot towards getting ship stuff. Let's go ahead and start by getting the next battleship hull. Because I figured we'd build like one battleship. Though that does require a lot of tech for us to get. Might not be worth it, honestly. Because yeah, we wouldn't get it anytime soon. Now we do need more screens. So either destroyers or light cruisers. And if we wanted a capital ship, we could always just build like a battle cruiser or something, I suppose. And just kind of rely on those instead of getting all the techs that we need here. Although it doesn't really stop you from getting mini techs. It's just these two here if you don't build battleships. Because you're still going to need the big guns. You know, guys, let's go and get the landing craft first for the invasion defense. I think that'd be helpful. Invasion preparation time reduction, naval invasion capacity. This is going to be helpful for us. And we're about to do a naval invasion. So, you know, let's go and get that real quick. and then we'll start working on some of the ship models. Frankly, I don't know when we'll be able to get this done anytime soon. Getting the ships, I mean. It's just going to take so long to build up the fleet. I just don't know that we'll be able to even have it built in time for the conflict. Let's go ahead and build some more. I think we should just build more military factories, guys. That's really what we need. So I just build in all these 80% locations. Just continue building in them. And then we'll even start in the 60% locations as well. We got the interrogation techniques. Excellent. So we still need more machine-assisted decryption. That takes 10 factories, though, so let's not work on that now. Let's go ahead and do the suicide pills next. Yeah, we'll do the suicide pill next. Got the improved computing machines. Excellent. So with this one here, I think we're going to go for another ship tech since we need so many techs. And let's go and get the submarines first since we're already building those. So let's get the better submarines out there. They also require less tech to be completely done. Basically just the snorkels. And we'd probably start building the newest ones as soon as we got the tech. And then we'll add the snorkels later. And we now can declare war. So let's go ahead and do that. As far as the division numbers, I mean, it doesn't really matter that we don't have as many troops up here. Apparently they decided to assign them all down here, I see. Alright, well they are all trained up here. We could send more, I don't think it's going to be necessary. Well, let's just take a couple of these and put them over there anyways. I mean, obviously this is overkill, we don't need that many divisions over there. But yeah, let's go and take some of the divisions that we have in this army and start moving them over to Asia. I'm thinking like 3 divisions perhaps. The 3 with the most experience. And go ahead and set them up to move over here. We'll just put them in their own army for now. Ooh. And then move them over here, because I doubt they'll get here in time for the naval invasion. Alright, so we'll start moving over there. Let's go ahead and declare war. And we won't call our allies in immediately. I'm hoping this will stay separate. Probably not. I assume they'll join the Canadian faction, but maybe won't. Again, I think that's unlikely. But yeah, we can have hopes. Let's go and get these fleets set up here. So they should probably be in their own. I suppose it's fine for now. But yeah, I feel like we should add them into their own task force over here. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do it now. So we're going to want to separate these, get them into task force of about 3 or so. And then go ahead and set them all up to patrol. Doing the convoy rating. All these areas here. And maybe they're here as well. No, I guess we don't have to do that one. I suppose this is fine here. So go ahead and set them all up to do the rating. And then with these guys here, we're just going to set them up to do the strike force. So we're not going to do any actual patrols here. But if they run into any ships, then we will help out. And then these guys here will be set up to do the naval invasion support. Alright, so the Dutch did join the Commonwealth of Nations. I suppose that's not surprising. They did it immediately, though. Alright, so let's go and start the attacks. We're going to attack here. Here. And let's go up this way as well. Kind of throw everything we got in here. Actually, we'll go this way. And then have these guys here support. I'll turn this down a bit. Alright, so everybody has been pulled into that conflict. I don't actually want our allies helping at all. Look at Japan. They're doing fantastic against China. It's just a matter of time before they get the win over there. And somebody's justifying against us. It's just Livonia. Okay, so it's not a problem. Alright, so I think we can go ahead and do this naval invasion now, see if we can't get the win here. It's only the 2 ships going. Unfortunately, those aren't, or excuse me, the 2 divisions, and unfortunately they're not well trained either. Should have set them up to train once we made those adjustments to the division designs. Yeah, we'll get these guys defeated. That will net us their equipment. So that'll be helpful. Again, this should be a nice, easy conflict here. Shouldn't have too much difficulty. Let's go and attack there, get behind these guys. Now this, of course, requires to get across a river, so a little bit harder than it would normally be. Let's go and attack here, get these troops wiped out. And just go and advance towards Amsterdam. Again, it's a nice, easy conflict here, guys. Actually, let's have them go to Amsterdam as well. And have these guys support here. And then these guys, I suppose, going to support as well. Alright, so let's just go and advance across the river immediately here. And yeah, they should capitulate very, very soon. And let's go and have him take this location. And these guys will come over here. Let's go ahead and attack them here. Get them wiped out. Get them moving over here. And there we go. So they have capitulated. They gave us all their equipment. Excellent. So that should have helped us with some of our shortages. Now have a ton of infantry equipment, so we can absolutely pull back on the infantry equipment production. Now, we do want to keep some of these over here just for updating the equipment. As far as other equipment that might not need as much production, there's not really anything here. Okay. Alright, so we still are doing battle here, apparently. I'm not entirely sure why those guys didn't capitulate. Oh, because they're from the Dutch East Indies. Alright, so that makes sense. So let's go and get those two defeated. We'll take a look, see if this invasion is over there just yet. Not yet. We are engaging some freight convoys here with those submarines. Also, the United States wants military access. Why? Who are they wanting to fight? Well, we'll go ahead and let them. There are some negatives to doing so, of course. But yeah, we'll go ahead and let them get access to our territory. That will make it so they can't immediately declare war on us. We have some more military factories we took from the Dutch, so let's go and get these assigned. We already have 20 going towards the tanks, but let's go up to 25. Just try and get those produced a little bit faster. And we also need more into artillery and support equipment. Let's go with the support equipment because we have a lot more adjustments to make to the support companies. All right, so Belgium will be next. So let's go ahead and get all the troops assigned to the front line. Just trying to see which way we want this army to attack from, which would be the best way to go. Yeah, they haven't built any fortifications up along the border. Probably best to come up along this way. So let's go and take this green army here. Have them assigned to this front. And then the purple army here. We can also let these guys train up while they wait. We should have been working on the war goal this whole time. Oh, okay, so this is going to be two separate fronts. I see. Alright, so we'll just split them up. You have like 8 go over to this one, I suppose. Alright, excellent. Give them an order as well. Alright, so we'll get them all moving to their locations, and let's go ahead and see if we do have the political power. So let's go ahead and attempt to get a war goal on these guys. And we'll just do it here. It's going to be 125 days, so same amount of time that it took us to get the war goal on the Netherlands. So we'll get this done in January of next year. We could have done it a week quicker, but that war was super, super quick, guys. So I don't know that we'll be able to have them included in the... I think I beat them too quick. Because I believe we'll get the peace treaty before we actually invade them, unfortunately. So that's kind of a shame. Never mind, I don't know what I'm thinking. I forgot they joined that faction, so the war will not end. So that will not be a problem. So that means we'll actually have to fight them. I wasn't planning on fighting them. Alright, so that's kind of a bummer. I didn't think about the fact that they were going to join that faction. We did get that focus, thus our factories and dockyards are going to have better output. These are for getting more military factories, and this is to get rid of that modifier completely, which is what I think we should do. Go like all the way down to that. Do you have to have both of these? Yes, you do. But that's a ton of military factories. As far as... Well, I don't think you're getting all these. You actually have to do a decision to get those, I see. So this is the one that will result in you actually getting the military factories. You get 4 of them. But this one you got to take decisions, which I assume are going to cost political power that we don't have. Alright, but we got to get this done, guys. Get rid of that inefficient economy modifier that we have. Alright, so we're moving to more units over there, which is good because we're going to need these 3 to join up with this army here, which looks like they did not face any resistance. Okay. And yep, that's just us getting ready to attack them. So I almost want to go and put more troops over there then. Because, yeah, I didn't actually intend to fight them. We'll move one of these units over here. I suppose we need to wait until actually they got a frontier. Here we go. Alright, so let's go ahead and attempt to get all the way over here as quickly as we can. So let's just take one unit and have them go the quickest route over there. While this guy here will just take this territory. And then with these guys, let's go and have them come over here now. So they should be making their way over here. So they're currently about to go through the Mediterranean. Let's see. So they got a long ways to go before they get over here. We'll see just how much 2 units can do, though. These are our regular size units, so not the colonial ones. So they should do all right. And they'll be getting some more assistance soon. So yeah, we'll race down here. These guys... There's a port up there. There's 2 ports, so if you don't want them to come up behind, you have to take those. But what we'll do is we'll probably just have... Yeah, you know what? Let's just go and go all the way up that way, guys. I think that's the best way to go. Though I did want to take this first and then come all the way up here. And then we'll kind of fill it in as needed. But the goal is to make sure they can't put any more divisions into Sumatra, if we can stop them. And then we'll attack across here and go after the capital. And see if we can't get them to capitulate. Now, taking over the Dutch East Indies does have one problem. That means we have to worry about this frontier in Borneo. With the British. So that's going to be a problem that we're going to have to defend. So we got more military factories. Let's go and get these assigned to... I think we're good on tanks for now. Let's put them into the improved light self-propelled artillery there, since we do need quite a few of those. Sinking a lot of convoys coming through here. These are troop convoys as well. I imagine these were in the Dutch East Indies. So I think that's what happened. I think that's why they had so few divisions, is they had a bunch of troops in the Dutch East Indies, and then when they're getting attacked in the homeland, they brought them back, which means the Dutch East Indies are now wide open, and these are just going to get sunk. They don't have anywhere to go. However, they might have gotten set up to go here already, so they could end up taking those ports behind us and then we'll have to go battle them again. We'll see if they can even get past our submarines, since they might not be able to get past them. So we also need to worry about the Congo. So let's go ahead and move some divisions over there. We have these 2 here. We probably have plenty enough divisions on the front with Egypt. So it's going to take one of these guys and move him over here, and then have him come over to this location, or how about this location since it's closer, and then have this guy come on over to here. So we can attack into this location. We only need to take that there, and then these guys would all be cut off from supply. So we'll bring 1 division over there. I don't know if that'll be enough though. Maybe bring 2. So make sure we can get that done. So with these guys, let's go move them over here. Should be able to easily take that over. Then we'll need to come over this way. There's nobody even here to defend. So what we might want to do is just go and have this guy come over here then. Just all in expectation of fighting the English soon. Don't know when they'll join the war. So I didn't see any attacks over here. It looks like we did sink all those troop convoys that were going through here. So hopefully shouldn't have any problems there. We are having a fight for the capital. It does look like we are winning currently though. So we'll let that continue, and then we'll need to create a new front here because they'll try and go back, which we don't want them to do. Alright, so let's go ahead and take these guys and start taking territory over. What we need to do is just go straight to the port there. let's go and race on over to it. Just really focus on victory points here so we try and get them to capitulate so they don't have to conquer all their territory. Or at least hopefully won't have to. Germany is actually attacking from here, so the Germans are helping us out. And quite a few troop convoys. I guess these are freight convoys. But that one's a troop convoy that we're engaging in the sea there. So sinking more convoys. And that, of course, is getting us some naval experience. So that's helpful. And getting those subs some experience, too. Alright, so if these guys... Yeah, they need to train up. So let's just make sure all the units, if they need training, that they start doing so. Alright, excellent. Yeah, because we don't need any units just sitting here not doing anything when they need training. We could have gotten these guys trained up, but I didn't see that. So we attempted to attack across the river over here, and that was ineffective. So let's go this way. And then we'll attempt to attack them straight on. And hopefully we won't have any issues there. So these guys here, let's have them come over to... I mean, this is really not an issue. We can wrap this up slowly. Let's have them come over to this front. And it might be faster to have them go this way. Like, go and just redirect them over here. Since we are actually having to fight a division here. Now, we do have some more dockyards. Just going to put these into the convoys. We actually have some convoys now. We're at 311, but we need a lot more. I almost want to go ahead and get another line of submarines going, though. Trying to get these built. So their model, or icon, I should say, is going to be the shark. So let's go ahead and add, or change them over to the shark here. And then we'll add them over to this one. Get them doing the convoy raiding over there. So we can easily tell which, which task force is which submarine model. So we did finish up the cipher for Japan. Excellent. So that is our main enemies. There's not really anybody else that we need to get it on. So I suppose what we'll do is we'll do Unitary Canada next. That'll be 200 days to get that knocked out. So unfortunately that will have to be the end of today's episode. We conquered the Dutch. We knocked all the countries in the Commonwealth of Nations out, with the exception of Canada. And we'll be getting the war goal on the Belgians in January 1941. Let's just go and peek at the casualties real quick. We're at 28,000 total casualties, 19% of the total war participation. Just looking at how we've done against each country here. I mean, we killed 164,000 of the Polish-Romanians, killed 33,000 of Livonians, 16,000 of the Estonians, the Latvians, we killed 16,000. Canadians, we've already killed 80, almost 84,000 in the sea. With the Finns, we killed 3.2 thousand. The Dutch, we killed 26,000. And with the Dutch East Indies, we have currently killed 49.2 thousand. So, done a lot of casualties to them. And already have them 27% towards capitulation. So, hope you guys did enjoy today's episode. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. Do hope to see you guys on the next one. And thanks for watching.